Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Morocco TV. This is probably one of the biggest news of this year, in my opinion. And it's good news and bad news. They're going to add women to the draft. Is that good or bad? I'm like on the fence about it, but let's discuss it. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
A new bill before Congress would require young women for the first time to register for the draft just like young men.
What? Equality!
The Senate Armed Services Committee advancing a bill that, if signed into law, would require young women for the first time to register for the draft at 18, just like their dads and brothers.
I wonder how the argument's gonna work now when, because I had an argument with a woman in my comment section about one of my videos about military and just how, the draft is there, but it's never gonna get used against men, so I don't understand why men are so upset about the draft. And it's like, oh, okay, now that women are gonna be put onto this draft and there's no possibility of the draft ever happening, is that gonna be okay towards women now, or what?
We're living in the 21st century where men and women are to be considered equal, then we have to be considered equal on all fronts.
If it was a draft that included young men and young women, that seems appropriate.
Where are they getting these women from?
I think that's fair. I do. I think women are being included in everything, and hopefully we don't end up in a situation where we ever need the draft again.
Now, I don't know whether that news channel just paid those women to say that and pretend to be brave, but the ones that I've seen on TikTok are saying the complete opposite. It's actually funny. Take a look at this.
Ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted. It is not just the boys.
No, I can tell you right now you don't want me. Take one look at me. You think I can defend our country? I can barely defend myself in an argument. Why do women...
Oh, now they know. Now they experience. They're willing to tell you that they can't even defend themselves in arguments, and that they're so dumb and they're so, whatever when it comes to the draft. But when it comes to being a boss babe, oh, it's something different.
Women even have rights. I want to go back in time to when we had to be in the kitchen, no voting, no working, no rights. I'm fine with that. I don't want to go to war. I'll be in the kitchen making Pookie a sandwich until he gets back. I'm cool with that.
Drafted into what, my guy? I can't even argue with someone without crying.
Dude, a lot of these women are like dogging on themselves with the arguing with other people. It can't, it's so true.
I'm gonna show up in my UGG slippers, my Stanley Cup, with my Dyson Airwrap. I hope my acrylic nails don't fall.
Who do you think you're talking to? We're literally all mentally ill. Just qualified. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, sounds like fun. I should be free, but I did have a few quick questions before I committed to anything for sure.
I'm not ready right now. I just woke up, I was gonna shower and wash my hair, but let me know where it is, and if I'm feeling up for it, maybe I can meet you at the battle.
Now, some of them are...
yeah, these are kind of jokey ones and stuff like that, but this is probably how women would react to it and act to it.
Saying it in a jokey way, but you can tell deep down, if it came down to it, they'd absolutely shit a brick. All these women want to be feminists and equal to men when it suits them or it benefits them, but as soon as shit hits the fan, oh no, actually, men, you go and fight that war. We don't want to do that.
Big thank you to the...
See, we have to fight the war to defend feminism. If we didn't fight this war, then feminism goes away, but yet women don't want to fight for it. I wonder who actually fights for feminism then.
You uber feminists out there, you're the ones who are like, women can do anything. Yeah, I can do everything a man can do. Okay, well, had to open your big trap. Now women might be drafted in the military, and you can't even complain about it because you wanted this. You wanted equality for all. I don't want to be drafted. You did this. Damn it.
Ladies, you better be ready for this draft because I had to pay my first husband alimony. Okay? Equality, we won. We did it. Everything we marched for, we got it. You go fight for my right to pay alimony because I'm married again and he's a lot younger than me and super hot. You get ready to go get drafted and I'm going to sit here and wait for my husband and hope he doesn't leave me and take everything I have.
All I think when I see these types of women that say, oh, it's all the feminists' fault, is why did you not speak up before?
This is it. You're the ones that allowed it. You're the ones that propagated it. You're the ones that supported it and did not ever push back on any of the rhetoric that was detrimental to women or detrimental to society. No, you pushed it all. And now look at where we're at. And then whose fault is it really?
It's taken for you to be drafted to war for you to actually say something.
Women shouldn't be in the military. Well, in combat. For the first time in history, women may be included in any future military draft. What's actually worrying is us casually talking about reigniting the draft. But I digress. Look, in the interest of freedom, anyone who wants to join the military should be able to.
I mean, people do not realize our military is undermanned. We're undermanned greatly. I know this because I know a lot of military people, and they tell me that we are lacking recruits. So if we do go to war, the draft is almost guaranteed, in my opinion, to be instated because there's not enough manpower to run all the facilities and to send troops out there. You kind of need everything, and we're lacking a lot of manpower. So now that they might add the women to the draft, I think, in my honest opinion, this is horrible. This is a horrible idea. Yes, it's great for equality, but it's horrible for the actual war. It's horrible for our citizens. It's horrible for our whole community, our whole society, because we're sending women, which are the more important sex that give birth, into war to where they can lose their lives. Remember, if all the women were at home and only a few men survived, those few men can actually repopulate the whole country. But if most women died and there's only like 10% of women left, it's going to really be hard to repopulate the country.
Provided they can meet the criteria and the standards. But when do we get to stop pretending that men and women are physically equal? They literally put Ted Cruz's quote about how women should never be in a circumstance to face hand-to-hand combat with a man as if he's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And before this reaches the side of TikTok that shares a collective 15 brain cells, and my comment section is filled with, "This is what you wanted."
A good thing I have 16 brain cells.
No.
If that's the generation you're drafting, we might as well all just pre-plan our funerals.
I agree with
Better
this.
off sending out Gen X women than Gen Z men.
I mean, she's not wrong. You've only got to walk around the main city for 2 minutes and you'll see how soft the next generations become. If we ever got invaded, we're truly fucked.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
This next generation that's coming up, and I don't mean to smash all of them, but they seem like a bunch of pussies to me.
So when the young bitches get in the comments talking about, "You're 27-year-old, baby, you finna go to war."
See, now the older women are laughing at the younger women because they might have a chance of going to war. This is how women view things and how solid they are, in solidarity they are. When the shit hits the fan, they don't give a fuck. They'll throw anybody under the goddamn bus, but the sisterhood. This is the sad part. Women have it so easy here that they don't understand what men do for them. They don't appreciate men for anything. They don't appreciate how society is ran. They don't appreciate the sacrifices. This country is built on bodies. Tons and tons of bodies. Feminism is built on a ton of bodies. There's so many bodies that were laid down to defend your rights to do whatever you want and all this, and you take it for granted. Because to keep it, there's gonna be more bodies. That's just how freedom works in most of the world nowadays. You just can't say, "I want to be free," and motherfuckers ain't gonna invade you. Why? Because people want power. So to be able to defend ourselves, guess who gives up their lives? It's the men. And they always have been, and they're always willing to. Only nowadays is when men have been really, do I really want to defend this country? Do I really want to defend these women? Now these men are literally contemplating if they actually want to do it. Back in the day, it wasn't a question. It was like Captain Rogers, fucking Captain America, where men were fighting to go fight in war. They were going in at 16. They had so much pride in the country. They had so much like wanting to protect the country that they were willing to go sacrifice themselves at such young ages, and they fought to sacrifice themselves. It's not like that nowadays.
I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey
I
them.
wonder how many more of these are going to be popping up on TikTok
Because
now.
they are our masters.
April, stop it.
Leslie, you'll never land a beau with that domineering tone.
There's a saying that every joke has a hint of truth, and these comments define that saying. Someone said, don't think I'll be coming, just not feeling it, but maybe next war. I have to get home by 5:30 to let my dogs out. Busy this week, rain check for next. What's best for battle, standing or sitting, jeans?
And I think it'd be more dead women than it is the dead men,
Yep.
personally. Because, first of all, they got to carry a whole bunch of heavy equipment and
Yep.
stuff. I just don't think we'll be able to handle it.
We came to a college. I mean, there's the other side of things. Prisoners of war. We know about this. We hear about it all the time. Hell, Dick Cheney and all them guys were all prisoners of war in one time or another. Right? And how bad was it for them? Now imagine if you were a woman. How bad is it for you? How bad can it be? And in war, do you think it's going to be rainbows and sunshine? Do you think laws and morals are really going to be on the high ground? No, they capture a woman, something happens to a woman, she's going to get destroyed in many ways, in horrible, graphic ways. And we're putting women in this crosshair to be destroyed like this. You know, the R word is very, very relevant when it comes to war. Why? Because back in the day, soldiers would be going through fucking places and raping and pillaging women all the time. Now imagine if you're fighting against women and you take her out, you take a leg out, or you knock her down. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to go and do what men do. Disgusting shit. This is why it always blows my mind that people don't think further ahead in things like this. Oh, but women can do it. I never fucking said women couldn't. But should they? Fuck no. And do they have the full capabilities of men? Fuck no. So why should they?
Campus, and we wanted to ask people what they thought, whether this was about equality or whether it could have a negative impact on women in service.
Absolutely. I'm all for women empowerment.
I think that that is good. I think that if women want to serve in combat, they should be able to. It's been shown that a small woman can carry a large man. There's different
Shut the fuck up.
techniques for doing it, and size isn't the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same opportunity.
All men are supposed to sign up for selective services. Should women have to do the same?
If
It's again, most women don't even know that men have to do this. I've talked to many, many women and, discussed this military topic quite a bit. They don't even know that there's a draft. They don't even know that men have to sign up for this draft. They just assume there's no draft.
Yeah, I mean, I
You think so?
If we're going to institute a draft, then yeah, eligibility should apply to both sexes.
Fair is fair.
Of course, that wouldn't be ideal, being a girl myself, but, if you want equality, then you're going to get it.
We protect our country by doing things like raising our children.
Even way back in history, like the male's role to go out to war, and then we leave the women and children here to, stay in the civilian life.
I guess it's their choice. I don't think some women are.
See, when it comes to all these other women's rights, yeah. But when it comes to this, I guess, it should.
Capable of it.
There are probably a lot of men who aren't capable of it.
This is
I
true.
think more of women, though.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
The women who actually go into the army are the women who want to fight. They know what they're getting into. But to have to sign up for the draft or whatever, other women may not want to.
That same logic and rhetoric applies to men. The men that go into the military, yeah, they're going for it. They're prepared for it. They're training for it. But the men that aren't, that are getting drafted, are in the same shoes and boat as women. Other than they're a little bit more capable because they're men and they're physically capable. That's maybe physically capable nowadays. There's so many overweight people nowadays. Tell the truth, I'm probably in better shape, could do more than most of the youth nowadays, and I'm fucking 37.
Have the same kind of dedication to it.
That's true, but I mean, equality, if I have to do it, you should have to do it too.
Yeah,
right?
basically,
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
Flashback.
Should women be drafted?
For war?
That's too tough for me to answer.
Sure, I'll fight for this country. Yeah. I believed in it. I think so. I think it might put a stop to it, maybe. Cool.
Stop to what?
I mean,
You think women joining the war is gonna put a stop to the war? You're fucking crazy.
Drafted. Not the last one. Not for me. No from you.
Justin, Senate panel votes to make women register for the draft, and then this feminist up here is like, that's enough equality for today. I just want to laugh at some of the tweets under this for a second. You got this feminist down here that said, who wanted this? Y'all did. Y'all screamed equality. This is kind of what it comes with. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be equal. Y'all should just expected this since everything is supposed to be leveled now. You got this wonderful woman down here saying the thing about me is I will get pregnant. And that just lets you know how far y'all are willing to go. Y'all are willing to birth life that you may or may not want, then go to war. This woman down here.
They're willing to do that now when there's no war. So I don't see it being a far stretch that they're willing to do it in times of crisis.
You're saying my feminism ends here, I'm afraid. That's all it takes, huh? You got this woman down here saying my place is in the kitchen, not the Middle East. Oh, word? Now you don't want to be in the kitchen. Now you don't want to be in the fucking kitchen, huh? And this one just disgusted me. She's giving literal tips to women on how to ditch the draft. I wish it was that easy for men.
Ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready.
Yeah, I wish I can get pregnant and cancel the draft. I can get someone pregnant, but I'll still get drafted.
To get drafted.
The U.S. has the largest military in the entire world. Whatever. There's over 1 million active duty military members in the U.S. And also, it's what we put most of our money into. So if we got to the point that we had to draft women, it would be such a satisfying thing for me to turn to every man in my life and be like, you're a loser. An absolute disappointment. Oh my God, this is humiliating for you.
Somehow, they still turn this shit around to be able to shame all men. How the fuck does this fucking happen? Really? This bitch here, and I don't use the word too often, but I'm going to use it for this one, is going to blame all men if they get drafted. You fought for this. This is in law. Yes, we might have the biggest military. Yes, we spend the most on the military, but our military is actually lacking service members. That's the problem. This is where people like her, feminists and all, have no idea what the fuck is actually truly going on in the world and in their own goddamn country.
For you guys. You know, this is the one thing you said you have. All those World War II edits I saw on TikTok. What, do you want me to...
What, the one thing that women always seem to say is strong and independent. What happened to all that?
Mow the lawn for you now. Oh, should I clear out the gutters? You are useless. Jesus Christ.
This donut wouldn't last 2 seconds on the battlefield, and she'd probably be saying to all those men that she wants to call losers, thank you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for fighting for me. Thank you for going to war for me.
Shout outs to Araco, man. He makes wonderful content. I love seeing him grow. He's almost at that 1 million, so give him some support. Military draft, huh? I disagree with it. I mean, I agree with equality. I disagree with having women join the military draft. I don't think it serves the country much better in any way possible. Kind of puts us in a disadvantage, in my opinion, just personally. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.